Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive?
Always. What are we looking at today?
Well, today we're tackling a leadership style that's been generating a ton of buzz, Elon Musk's.
Oh, interesting. I'm intrigued. He's definitely a polarizing figure.
He is, and that's part of what makes him so fascinating to study. We're going to be focusing on the introduction to a book titled Elon Musk, the Visionary Leader.
Okay, I'm familiar with that one. Sounds like a good starting point.
It is. Our mission today is to figure out, to the best of our ability, what makes Musk's leadership style tick.
And more importantly, I think what lessons we can learn from it.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. So, jumping right in, one thing that struck me from the intro is how it frames Musk.
How so?
It's not just calling him a successful CEO or entrepreneur or even just a billionaire, although he's all of those
It's
things,
going bigger, huh?
much bigger. It practically paints him as a figure who is single-handedly shaping the entire 21st century.
Wow, that's a pretty bold statement. I can kind of see where they're coming from, though.
Right. So what makes them say that?
Yeah.
What makes him so different from, say, any other successful business person?
Well, for one thing, just look at the range of industries he's involved in and actively disrupting. We all know about Tesla, right? Electric cars, sustainable energy.
Yeah, that's kind of his claim to fame for most people.
Right, but then you've got SpaceX pushing the boundaries of space exploration with reusable rockets and talk of colonizing Mars.
I mean, it seems like science fiction, but they're actually doing it.
Exactly. And then there's Neuralink, which is developing brain-computer interfaces. I mean, that's straight out of a sci-fi movie.
And even the Boring Company, tackling traffic congestion with underground tunnels. It's like, is there anything this guy doesn't touch?
He's got his fingers in a lot of pies, that's for sure. And the text emphasizes that it's not just about profit for him either.
That's a key point, yeah. It seems like he's not just chasing dollars. He's got this bigger vision in mind.
Absolutely. They argue that Musk is driven by a deep desire to solve some of humanity's biggest challenges. Take Tesla, for example. Sure, it's a successful car company, but the underlying goal is transitioning the world to sustainable energy.
That's a massive undertaking.
Mhm.
Not just about selling cars, it's about fundamentally changing how we power our lives.
Exactly. And then you layer on SpaceX's mission, making humanity a multiplanetary species. That's not just about space travel, it's about ensuring the long-term survival of humankind.
Wow, yeah. Talk about a long-term vision. It's definitely a different level of motivation than just maximizing shareholder value.
Totally. And you rarely see that kind of ambition, especially on such a grand scale. It makes me think about the challenges I face in my own work. Maybe I need to think bigger.
I hear you. And it leads perfectly into what the text calls visionary leadership, which is basically the core of Musk's approach. But what exactly does that mean in this context?
Well, it's definitely about setting audacious goals, aims that seem almost impossible to achieve, but it goes beyond just having big, crazy ideas.
It's got to be more than just, hey, let's go to Mars. Right.
Exactly. It's about inspiring others to believe in those goals. And then it's about relentlessly driving progress, pushing the boundaries of what anyone thought was possible.
I think that's a key point. It's one thing to have a vision, but it's another thing entirely to rally people around it and make it happen.
Totally. The book is going to explore how Musk does that, which I'm super curious about.
Yeah, the how is what makes this whole thing so fascinating. There's this story in the intro, actually, about Musk setting a ridiculously ambitious timeline for SpaceX to develop a reusable rocket.
I think I remember that. Everyone told him it couldn't be done that quickly, right?
They did, but he essentially challenged his team to do what many experts had considered impossible. And, well, we've all seen the Falcon 9 land vertically.
Yeah, mind-blowing. They pulled it off. That story really showcases Musk's willingness to take huge risks and just push the boundaries.
Absolutely. He sets the bar incredibly high and seems to foster a culture that embraces challenges rather than shying away from them.
And the thing is, it's not just about having the vision, it's also about building the right environment, the right team, the right leadership strategies to actually make it happen.
Which brings up another point. The text makes this stuff isn't just relevant for people in Silicon Valley or the tech world, right?
Definitely not. It's about the underlying principles. Whether you're leading a team at work, running your own business, or even just striving to achieve a personal goal, these ideas can apply.
I like that. It's about setting bold goals, finding creative solutions to seemingly insurmountable problems, and inspiring others to join you on the journey.
And maybe having a bit of that shoot for the moon mentality. Even if you miss, you'll land among the stars.
I love that quote. And it seems like that really is at the heart of Musk's approach. So to sum it all up, we have this figure who's not just successful, he's actively shaping the future, driven by this desire to solve grand challenges and using this unique visionary leadership style to make it all happen.
And I think that last line from the intro sums it up perfectly. It says, understanding Musk's leadership is essential to understanding the future of innovation. What a statement.
Right. It makes you think. What does Musk's trajectory tell us about the kind of leadership we need in the years to come?
And what can we learn from both his successes and his failures? It's definitely something to ponder, no matter what field you're in or what goals you're chasing.
Food for thought, for sure. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive. It's been a fascinating discussion.
Absolutely. Always a pleasure. Until next time.
See ya.